The Tech Disruptors podcast is brought to you by the Average Dad Tech Store and Stellar Data Recovery.
My left video just went viral.
Sound the alarm, roll out the red carpet. You can call me the winner or don't even try to call it. Against all odds, I bullseye every target, but they should have seen us coming. Don't they know what they started? No, this what I'm on. When I'm in my zone, I can't do no wrong. We gon' need to make room on the throne for a brand new champion, a brand new champion, a brand new champion, a brand new champion, a brand new champion.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tech Disruptors podcast. My name is Darren. This lovely gentleman is
My name is Jason.
And we are back for another week of talking tech, reviews, you name it. And it's been a bit of an interesting week. Like, there's a lot going on in October, but this week's been kind of a little bit slower than I expected. Like, not as crazy as what last week was, or even the weeks that are about to head our way.
That's the thing. It's like this week is weird because it's the anticipation of,
Yes.
like, I keep getting this new feed, Honor Magic 8, Vivo X300,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
the Oppo, and it's like, God, just come out. Now, I will say, I don't remember. I think they announced Origin OS yet today,
Yes.
which
Correct.
looks just like iOS, which pisses me off. But,
Well, we knew they were going to merge them, though, right? You got to remember that.
well, and then the X300 Pro gets announced tomorrow.
God. It's
And of
coming.
course, we're both off, so
Yeah, that's it. I'll be watching.
yeah, it's gonna be like 4 a.m, isn't it?
It's okay. I'll watch it afterwards. Yeah, with lots of this is kind of like the calm before the storm for those of you who are watching Techtober play out right now, right, especially this last week. It's the chaos begins next week with all the new phone releases coming out. We have the OnePlus 15 around the corner, the Honor Magic 8 Pro, the Vivo X300 Pro. They're all coming in hot. And even the Xiaomi, there's been leaks of Xiaomi. Like, there's been crazy this week. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, heck,
so-
I just saw some Apple's releasing some products this week too, maybe.
Yeah, we'll talk about that actually. So actually, we'll come back to that in a second. I actually want to start with something that caught my attention this week. So Time Magazine, you know, that little publication, you may have heard of it before.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar with that.
So they released this week their top 50 inventions of 2025. And there's a couple of things on this list that I kind of want to point out. Now, we're not going to talk about, there's a lot of things on this list, like robotics, blah, 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 etc. But there are a couple of things on here that kind of caught my attention. And there are some of the things that we talked about previously and some things that also are brand new. So I'm going to skip down to apps and software first.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw this list and I saw especially apps and software, which you would think the tech disruptors ourselves would know a lot about this,
Sure.
I didn't recognize one of them. I didn't know. Apple, besides Adobe. Okay, I know Adobe from Not for a Podcast Enhanced Speech, but I have no idea about Buzzkill Notification Manager, Exegy Civil Form, Pindrop Pulse, and Zound Down
So
Boost Program.
I'm kind of interested in this because I'm with you, like Adobe Podcast Enhance. Not familiar
what
with
is
that.
I mean, we should probably use that.
Here's my thing, and you know as well as maybe you don't. So, and you own a publication website,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm not saying this is you, but I would say some of these big time, Wall Street Journal, they may get paid to push it like this.
100%.
So
Yeah.
now that we're looking at it, we're like, what is this? And it might be a great product, and that's how they get their name out. But I don't think it's just like, a lot of times I don't know if it's just like, oh, hey, this just kind of ended up in there. Because Buzzkill Notification Manager sounds like something only for Android. The customized notification shade.
Apple.
Apple needs
Apple,
notification manager.
Notification help. Please buy them out, Apple. But yeah, so I saw this list, the apps and services, and I thought, okay, maybe one of these we've talked about in a previous show. We've done, 33 shows? Is it 33 shows this year? And I don't know
Wow.
any of Chinese. I know, right? Now, let's scroll down because there's a couple more here. So let's talk about AI. So there's a couple of kind of cool things here which caught my attention. Now, one that also surprised me. So Anthropic is in there with Claude and Sonnet and all of that.
Sure.
Okay, I understand that. But DeepSeek R1 is there. Now, you may remember DeepSeek is a Chinese company.
Do you think it's because weren't they kind of bootstrapped together, like with little money compared to what we've spent here in the U.S. and North America, maybe?
I mean, it says a low-cost, slim challenger. So,
Where's Gemini?
Not there.
Where's ChatGPT?
No.
Oh, you know what's really missing?
Not there.
Apple Intelligence. What the heck?
That's exactly right.
Where is Apple Intelligence?
Now, let me explain why DeepSeek being on this list of Time's 50 best inventions of 2025 is surprising. First of all, Time Magazine is an American publication.
Sure.
And DeepSeek R1 is a Chinese AI company.
Darren, hear me out.
I know.
Okay. Publications are losing, at least paper and print.
Yes.
Do you think that DeepSeek threw some money at Time and said, put us in there?
100%. I also think they do that with, what's that mobile best camera website, DxOMark.
Oh, for sure.
They also do that with DxOMark.
Speaking of DxOMark, we need to get Trump to spend that money so we can get his phone up there. But anyways,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's all like that. I'm not trying to be negative. I tried DeepSeek. It was okay. I still prefer Gemini, but I think it's because I use Gemini every day. And now it's in my smart speakers and my smart home and all that stuff. I think it's just that much better. I just got a notification logged in today on my Chrome about AI features now.
Yes,
like
they're updated.
I'm telling you, Google's making so much money off their software. They don't need hardware anymore.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're going to, as a hardware company, we'll talk about, the Pixels and stuff shortly.
Yeah, you have some experience with some recent Pixels. Yeah,
we'll come back there. But yeah, I think that's thing. So that was, this was some of their AI stuff. Now this was a bit surprising, like I said, because being a Chinese company on a American publication. Okay, yeah, it has made a little bit of a wave. People know what DeepSeek is. And I know some smartphone companies, I think it was Honor, is using them now.
Yeah, but DeepSeek was popular when it was like, hey, we got it bootstrapped with like $10 or $100,000. And then there was a bunch of news that it got terrible results all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's actually as popular as it was. Now, in China, maybe, or wherever it's based, I'm sure it's super popular because...
Well, I know with Honor smartphones, their China software, they integrate DeepSeek.
They have to because they don't use Google services.
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah. So, and then I guess with the global versions, it's like whatever, Google services.
Can I ask a side question? So we've been talking about the Chinese versions of like the X200 Ultra. And in the settings on those Chinese-only phones, there's a switch that says Google services. And once you flip that switch, you can go to the Vivo's specific Chinese app store and download Google Play.
Correct.
So in China, can you do that?
That's a good question. I don't know if they have access to it in China because I think it's blocked on...
So the option's in there for them, or is the option blocked? That'd be interesting to know because I can't imagine it's blocked. It's software.
Well, our Chinese listeners, if anyone has a Chinese version and you're living in China, let us know in the comments if you guys can activate that Google services button.
Yeah, let us know in the podcast because you probably can't watch us on YouTube. I'm just kidding.
No. Oh yeah. See, if we
VPNs.
What's their streaming platform called? I always forget the name.
Weibo. Yeah, we need to get a Weibo. That's what we need to do. We need to start a Weibo channel.
So I'll be honest with you, we actually can stream directly to Weibo.
Well, I'm sure we can. It's better than TikTok. They keep shutting us down on TikTok.
Listen, all you young people on TikTok, like and subscribe. I know you're listening right now. I know you're checking out our shorts, so just do it. There you go. There's your cut for today. Today, Jace, right there.
Well, we'll see. We'll
see right there. Anyway, moving on. Let's scroll down. I won't go through the beauty products because I know Jason wants to have a look at them.
Yeah, the LED mask is something I use every day to keep my face looking beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah. Some interesting things here in the connectivity and communication. So the Netgear Nighthawk M3, which is a 5G travel hotspot. Lots of good reviews for that one. That kind of makes sense for it to be.
Why isn't this in the AI column?
I don't know, actually. Now, have you heard of this one, Jason? Crowd Compass?
No.
So this one here, Crowd Compass, is a tool for finding people when you get lost in a crowd. So,
Huh.
like, let's say you go to CES or you go to a concert and you're trying to find your wife who, went to the washroom and is now lost. You don't need cellular service or Wi-Fi connectivity.
Is it ultra wideband?
I think it's ultra wideband, and it
So it's
basically has, which is kind of cool. Like,
I know, but with Google and Android Find My, now it's built into the phone.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a cool idea that would.
Yeah, I think it's more for like if you're hiking, maybe and you don't have service, but shit, now you have satellite service. I don't.
Okay, now let's talk about this one because this is what I really wanted to get to. Consumer electronics. Now, I want you to just keep in mind this is the 50 best inventions of 2025 is the title of this.
Okay, I'm already pissed off. AirPods Pro 3, that's not an invention. Come on.
So we'll talk about the AirPods in just a second. Now, most of these on here, the Belkin Sage Power Grip, really good product. Switch 2 charging case, also really, really good product. The Anti-Gravity A1 drone, also amazing product. But the AirPods, like this was what made the best inventions list. But the AirPods have been out for, 10 years now?
So I'm saying it's not an invention. Why is it even...
So what? They add active noise cancellation and like a different shaped bud to go in your ear, and all of a sudden it's a best.
Oh,
invention?
it tracks your movement. They were the first Okay, so the first wireless earbuds ever made was by a company on Kickstarter, and I remember there's a gentleman I used to follow named Scott Peachy. I don't know if he's on YouTube anymore. He had them. They're Aurora something. They were terrible. Like they couldn't stay connected, but it was a good effort. First shot before they got. But they tracked your heart rate and steps. So it's like, again, I'm not trying to. It's not just Apple that does this, but this is not an invention. This is not an invention to me. No.
Yeah. So like. I mean, I understand they're a better version of the AirPod and they have the live translation, but there's lots of products that already do that. So this being on the 50 best inventions from
when was this released? When was this article?
Like literally this week.
Because wouldn't like the Meta Ray-Ban displays be on there? I mean, it's not again. So. Well, again, Google Glass was first, but this is different.
Yeah.
The AirPods Pro are. What's different about them? They're new for Apple users, but there's hundreds of different earbuds out there that do the same thing. But whatever.
I don't know. Like, so
a dash cam?
What? Yeah, a dash. What? Now, having said that, this one is pretty good because it has like smart incident detection. So it's a 360 degree, and it rotates. So like on a gimbal, so like it's a pretty cool one. Like I understand why that made the list, right?
I get it because dash cams are like with a Tesla. I don't need one, and I think remember that article we talked about a while back. I think Sam was on the show when Google Play was supposed to be accessing because most cars now have a front camera like in the windshield.
Absolutely.
I never heard any more about that after that though. So.
No, I don't think it ever came out. Like I don't know if they ever got that off the ground.
Maybe not. Maybe they're still working on it too. We don't know.
Yeah. Now, a couple of ones here that are going to surprise you again, right? So the Nothing Headphone 1, Jason will probably agree here, is a great pair of headphones.
Oh my!
One of the best inventions.
Best sounding headphones I've ever tried. And I owned, these are Sony older ones, but it's got to be the tuning. But they're amazing. Yeah. And
then another Chinese phone here, like the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. It wasn't even released in the United States.
Yeah, and that's where I don't know, something's not adding up. But I think with the Huawei Pura 80, from what I've understood, and I've never had one.
Standpoint, maybe.
Well, it's like it reminds me of like the Google Pixel. Their processors are behind because they've been shut off from the world, but their optics are killer. Like I'm not buying a Pixel 10 Pro XL to play video games. I'm buying it for the cameras and the software. And I think that's where Huawei's kind of playing up right now. Now they're working on it, but is that an invention though?
I don't know. Like,
and why a Chinese phone? I'm so confused.
So this one, they talk a lot about optics here in this article, saying that it can distinguish 1.5 different million colors, and it has a 3.7 and a 9.4 magnification. That's not new.
But Darren, the iPhone 17 has 16 lenses in one.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Why is that on here?
Exactly.
So,
another really interesting one, like the Unihertz Jelly Star. Why
that's been out for a long time. Well, so I had this, maybe not the Star, but I had one of the versions of this, and it's before I had a smartwatch, and I would strap it on my arm and use Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah,
That's been out for a while though. This isn't new. The Jelly Star's been out forever. I thought.
So
am I missing something?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I know with this one, like the Light Phone 3, like I understand why that's on there.
Boo.
Like again, if you're trying to be minimalistic and you're trying to, change the way you use your smartphone, the Light Phone 3 is probably the best version of a dumb phone you can get. And then they had a couple of things like some design elements like that trifold portable projector, the Moft snap-on phone or stand and wallet, also a really good product. And then just a couple of other little kind of like silly things like, stuff for education and entertainment and gaming, like this Nintendo Switch 2. Of course that's on there. The ROG.
It should just be the top products, not inventions, because the Switch isn't really an invention. The ROG Xbox Ally, that's not even the best version.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
Well,
right? Like,
again, this is Time Magazine. It's not a tech publication. I'm sure they got some kickbacks from certain companies, if not all of them, to put them on there. But
yeah, so anyway, this kind of caught my attention. It's Time Magazine's 50 Best Inventions 2025. Take a look if you want to,
So I wanted to bring something up. It's not on my run sheet that I sent you. So DJI has been synonymous for the little handheld gimbal camera, action cameras, and also drones, right?
Yep.
In the US, there is some fear that DJI, if they're not already, I'm not really 100% sure, are going to be canceled, like banned. Yes, I heard this. Yeah. So recently, I purchased a Potensic Atom 2 drone, 4K, beautiful. I mean, one of my best. It's actually the first drone I ever flown that I could actually fly without crashing it. Excellent. So DJI is supposedly going to be getting canceled. Yeah. So in the US. So they've been doing this weird thing where they've been licensing their products to other companies under different names and selling them. And they're selling these products on Amazon. I can't remember the company. There's a DJI Mini Pro or Mini. And it was like $250. And then ever since then, it's been hard to get hands on. I forget what the company's called. But they have. It's really weird how they do it. So I'm going to share with you. So is it what's the handheld camera they make? Is it the Osmo? The Pocket something or other? Pocket 3 or whatever. Yeah. Right now it averages $800 to $900. Okay. Wow. So there's some fear it's going to be banned. It's a DJI product. So I came across a YouTube video and a company. You got to look at this stuff. It is hilarious, and not in a really good way. Okay. This company is called Xtra. XTRA. Okay, I like it. Let me make that bigger if I can. Okay. Yeah. If you look at this, that is an exact replica of the Action. Yeah. Okay. Look at the Muse. $529. Yeah. It's so the DJI. Reviews say it is exactly the same thing as a DJI. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. But you know what's good? I mean, you can get it for much cheaper than that means, right? Like you're getting a deal here. Well, and $529 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, no. But it has the same. Now, I think the difference between a lot of these like drones and these other companies is that the software might be slightly different. Yeah. But every video I've watched has said, and it even comes like for $529. It's not just that camera. You're getting the threaded handle, the cable, the wrist, and this bag right here. You see, I'm pointing like you can see my finger. Yeah. This bag right here looks almost identical to DJI's bag. Yeah. See this little blue here, this little aqua? It's like red on the DJI. Of course, yeah. So they're getting around the tariff and the. I mean, it's just crazy to me. And I don't remember Potensic is not a knockoff at all. It looks very similar, but they're totally different companies. But I forget what the company was called. And they were out for like 4 months making drones, and then they just disappeared. And they're like, so for those here in the U.S., maybe North America, I don't know if Canada follows suit. If you're fearing that, and same with TP-Link. Now they're not making knockoff products. I just purchased a brand new TP-Link router And I just found out that Trump just put 130% tariff on China, and they're going to crack down on even more companies.
Yeah. So that was one of the reasons I got rid of my TP-Link router last year, was because it was talking Canada that we're going to ban them outright. And it hasn't happened yet, but it's still slated on the table there.
Well, I can go back to my whys when I saved it, but that's the kind of stuff that the government says, hey, if we're going to shut this down, I purchased it, I want my money. Pay me back what I paid for it, and I'll be good.
Well, just to kind of clarify what Jason was saying with DJI, the United States is looking to revoke their selling privileges, I guess we call it, because of fears of national security. Because obviously drones can go to places where other cameras can't. Well,
just I typed it in real quick.
Yeah.
So the companies that are making knockoff drones, if you're interested in drones, one is Anzu, ANZU Robotics. Yes. Specta is the one I was looking at, and I wanted to get my hands on it because it was what's funny is these knockoffs are almost identical, and they're always 30 to 40% cheaper.
Yeah.
And then there's Cogito Tech, COGITO. So don't be scared to purchase these. That extra company, I reached out to them to see if they'd send me a sample, but I'm a nobody, and they never responded back. But the action cameras, if you're looking for something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That DJI 3 is amazing. And this is supposed to have the same sensor. It's exactly the same hardware. So.
Someone will find out how to flash the DJI software on there.
So when the drones were, I went down a rabbit hole looking for a drone, and they were saying it's not that easy because like the Specta is exactly the same thing. Everything's the same except the batteries were not interchangeable. That was the only thing that was. So they had to change one thing to get it
to make it an original Pro.
Yeah.
Now, Josh just mentioned this. I actually had this on
I just saw this.
So Realme has announced that they're coming out with a collaboration on their next smartphone. Or next camera. No, smartphone. Sorry, I apologize. Ricoh Imaging and Realme are partnering up to bring enhanced imaging to their Realme line of smartphones. Yeah.
When you think of imaging prowess, who do you think of?
Definitely not them.
Now, but with that being said, Realme, they're an offshoot of Oppo and all those companies too, right?
From HBK. Yes.
Or BBK.
BBK, that's what I mean. HBK. WWE.
I've owned one Realme device because they do make a global version, but for a while, it's been a while since they've made a global. And usually the cameras always suffer, so maybe that's what they're trying to do.
They're pulling a OnePlus, right?
What's this? Exactly 4 years in one snap. What does that mean?
It's a really good question.
Have they not released a flagship device in 4 years? Maybe. Because I haven't heard them in a while.
Highlighting 4 years of co-engineering and teasing features of their first co-created product. So this is like a real thing. Like they've been working on this for a number of years.
Here's the problem. I want the X300 Pro so bad. I don't give a crap about anything else. But I'm so tempted by this too. Like, here's my thing. Like, I make content, and you make articles, and we do this podcast.
We use this stuff.
We like to see things that aren't normal. Like, everyone has a damn iPhone. I'm not going to do anything with that. Everyone has a Samsung device or a Google. Like, I want to see companies like Vivo that aren't really common around here. So this Realme is actually kind of interesting to me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, again, Realme is not known for their smartphones, especially in the United States. But if this is first of collaboration with Ricoh.
I mean, they're a big brand. I just don't know them.
They are a big brand. They're just not.
Not recently. Canon, really Sony, those are the big brands. Hasselblad, all those companies. Yeah.
So according to this, the Ricoh GR series, which is what is in this particular smartphone, has been known for street photography, sharp quality, portability, and quick response. So maybe they're trying to kind of capture that little bit of the market that Vivo has with their such good street photography.
Prowess. Do you think these partnerships are making them good money?
No.
Well,
I think
here's
they're
my thing.
taking a
Like,
hit.
you don't think OnePlus is paying Hasselblad or was paying Hasselblad?
Oh, they're paying them 100%. Yeah, but I think they're paying them temporarily to learn how to do it, and that's what I think OnePlus.
But it's putting Hasselblad out, and Hasselblad's well known in the niche photography market, but it's putting their name out there with the common public. And I think Ricoh, and like Panasonic. I know there was an Android Panasonic camera phone something years ago, but why wouldn't Lumix partner up with somebody?
I think they don't want to water down the brand. I think that's the problem, right? Like,
because you don't see Sony or Canon doing that. True.
Hasselblad, Ricoh.
But Leica's a huge company, and they do it.
But
they're a lens company, though. They're not really a software.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. So, the lenses can be amazing, but if the processing shit, that's on the software.
And that's what people need to realize.
Yeah.
You can buy an iPhone, a Google, a Sony. Processing means everything. And that's where like Hasselblad putting their touches on it. The same with sound, like KEF putting their sound on on Nothing Headphone 1. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, so anyway, moving on. This week, we saw the release of the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. And I want to kind of take a moment here to talk a little bit about this, because I got my review unit this week, and I got some thoughts. So, first of all, love Google. Thank you very much for sending me the product. Want to just preface that before I shoot on it. So,
hey, Google. Thanks for not sending me a review unit, so I have no love for anybody.
No, listen, I do like the phone, but there are a couple of things that a lot of these tech people have been talking about, and that is the lack thereof. Now, this was an article that I think kind of captures it perfectly, kind of what I think a lot of people are having issues with the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is that it doesn't quite feel like a pro smartphone.
Well, what's not pro about it? What's it missing?
There are a bunch of things. So, I've been using the Z Fold 7 now for a month and a half, so that's my reference point in case you're wondering.
Hold on.
And I'm not.
Is the Fold 7 a more premium device than the Pixel?
Well, we'll get back to that in a second.
Okay, well, I already know the answer, but I was just thinking.
So, my reference point is I've been using that. I have also used the Honor Magic V5 in the last couple of months here. So I know my way around foldables. Now, when they released the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, I was really excited. I was like, this is great. It'll be a step up from last year. I think in a lot of ways, Google tried to pull a Samsung here, like Z Fold 3 to the Z Fold 6 era Samsung.
Not much change.
But basically doing nothing. And I mean literally doing nothing.
So you're saying Google pulled let's save some money, keep all the same hardware specs. Well, most hardware, like camera specs, but just upgrade minor things, right?
So here's what is new. IP68 rating, which is very nice to have on a foldable. I won't bitch about that. That's a great thing. Gearless,
the hinge?
New gearless hinge, right? IP68 rating, new gearless hinge, which again is also very nice to have. It makes it a little bit more shorter on the side. The screens are a little brighter, okay? Just a touch, a little bit brighter. But that's it.
Wow.
The cameras are exactly the same hardware, like to the letter. There's nothing chain new in those cameras. So it is
the
still
Pixel 10 Pro Fold and the Pixel Watch 4 were both delayed, right?
Yes. Okay. Thinking that we were going to get something drastically different, but
I think if this had been released the same time, I think people would have reacted differently. Now it's been a month. We had a time to think about the 10s or G5.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the problem too. And obviously Samsung.
Well, here is one of the issues that I have, right? So the Z Fold 7 is a very thin device, and that seems to be the push with a lot of these manufacturers. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold is the absolute opposite of anything you would imagine a foldable form factor to be.
What do you mean?
It's thicker than expected. It's way heavier than I expected. I'm talking, it feels like it's double the weight of the Z Fold 7. I know that's not true, but that's what it feels like in the hand. And yet they still have that fucking stupid squared off on one side and curved on the other design, which is just dumb fuckery, to be honest with you. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I'm sorry, Google, but if you don't learn from this, we got to get you to learn from this. Now, there are lots of arguments that can be said. Okay, it's a bigger battery, so it
Sure.
probably needs to be thicker. But that doesn't mean better battery life. And, my experience with the Pixel 10 Pro XL, and I know Jason's had the same experience, is that battery is just kind of okay.
Well, and you're right. The 10 Pro XL, it seems like it dies quicker. But I don't know if it's something like, the first thing I have is when something's dying.
Yeah.
Is something's draining it. Like what app?
Yeah, what's killing it? Yeah.
And in the US here, we're so notification happy. In China, you have to they get no notification.
Enable them.
Right. You have to enable, and that's why they get good battery life. But they also have 8,000 milliamp hour batteries standard
that's exactly
now.
my point.
Yeah. But yeah, you think with a Pixel being thicker?
Yeah, it would be better
what the
battery
hell?
life. I don't know. Like,
What is it with the US? Apple,
I don't know.
Samsung, Google. Why are they so scared? By the time they jump on the silicon carbon, there's going
I
to be
know.
something else new.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be using hydrogen fucking batteries by that point. But so I watched a lot of reviews as I'm in the process of writing up my own. I've been watching a lot of reviews and just kind of feedback from a lot of people. And look, there's a case to be made for it being a bit thicker, but I don't think there's a case to be made for it being heavier. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think if they had gone the silicon carbon battery route, they could have made this as thin as the Z Fold 7. And I think it would have fucking killed.
Here's the question I have for you.
Yeah.
You had the Fold 7, right?
Yeah.
And you have this. And you might not be able to answer this. Does the battery life seem better on the 7 than this?
It's about the same.
Okay. So here's my problem with this.
Yeah.
The 7 finally did a change this year and they made it thinner, right?
Yeah.
They still have to do more every year. Okay.
Actually, you know what? Hang on. Can I just rewind? Let me take back what I said. Because like I'm just trying to think about my use cases here.
Okay.
My Z Fold 7 can go a day and a half. If I use it at my regular medium to medium,
that's a smaller battery. It's not that big of a battery. Right.
My Pixel can go a day and maybe a little bit past that if I let it go. And it
depends on your usage too.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know.
I think the Tensor G5 just isn't as efficient as people were saying.
That's exactly right.
It's better than the 4, obviously, but that's not saying much. My thing is like, I don't know.
It's not worth the money.
Here's my problem.
That's the problem.
Samsung has to keep innovating, making it thinner. I'm like, it's a joke. But having the Edge, the S25 Edge, I can see where thin and a foldable would be really good.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And you can tell the difference with this porky 10. But Apple is right around the corner with a foldable. Why the hell isn't Google, step out of your comfort zone a little bit? Let's get some really good camera sensors. Let's get some battery tech in there. Like if this thing had, I could deal with the weight.
Yeah, great cameras, and I would be gone.
And better batteries. Like if you had, let's say you had 6,000 milliamp silicon carbon batteries, better cameras, and I mean, it's got everything else. It's got a SIM card tray. I mean,
let's think about Google for a second, right? So let's say, okay, they don't want to spend a lot of money on this.
They do, but they don't. Yes, you're right.
Let's just hypothetically say, okay, the hinge probably costs R&D money. Okay, let's find that works well. The IP68, I'm going to be honest with you, means nothing to me on a foldable because most people are not going to take a foldable and go fucking dunk it.
Well, especially $1,800 phone.
Yeah.
If you go scuba diving with your $1,800 phone, you're
a dumbass.
Shouldn't say you're an idiot. You have way too much. You have way more money than I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so if they had fucked off the IP68 certification, which I'm sure costs a pretty penny.
Sure.
For a foldable. And they went, okay, let's upgrade our
But Darren,
sensors.
that was a bargain. That was a bragging point. It's the first folding phone to have it. So
yeah. But if they had upgraded their sensors on the cameras, and they'd gone maybe a slight step up from last year, it doesn't have to be huge.
Right.
I honestly think this would have been a better buy. But for me, so here in Canada, to buy the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is $2,700.
So when are you sending this my way?
Seriously, it's on its way. $2,700 is a lot of money for a folding device. It looks
good. It looks good.
Looks pretty. It looks pretty.
people are like, oh, I hate the visor. I think it looks fine. It kind of mimics the Pixel line. Yeah. It's a little different, but it's a foldable.
Now, Jason, can I just ask you a question, right? So let's just hypothetically say Apple next year does a folding phone and it's 2 iPhone Airs snapped together, like
basically
together.
Okay.
The iPhone Air battery, I think, was 2,300 milliamps.
So you're saying 4,600-ish?
Which would be 200 milliamps more than the Z Fold 7, and there's bragging rights for Apple. Right there.
And I hate to say that. Well, I can't speak to that because I would say like their silicon is more efficient. But honestly, the new Snapdragon 5, I think it's on par. There's no discrepancy between Apple Silicon and Snapdragon anymore.
No, 100%. No.
Yes, of course, Apple Silicon is better than what we have now, but it's also a year old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, and that's how the game is played. I get it. You're right. I still think if Google would have gave, like, I agree with you. Silicon Carbon, they have to figure out the tensor. I understand they're all about AI. You can't tell me that the Snapdragon, Elite, there's no way that their AI wouldn't work faster on that. There's no fucking way.
Absolutely. Could you imagine if the Tensor chip was as good or close to the Snapdragon?
Well, yeah, even like a Dimensity, 9500 or 9400, somewhere in that ballpark.
Like, honestly, I honestly think if they had put a MediaTek chip in there and it was decent, like great with battery efficiency, stuff like that, honestly, it would have given Samsung a run for its money. It really would have. I
don't know how they make chips because they say it's what TSMC or whatever is the foundry. So Samsung makes chips. Where does Snapdragon? Do they make their own chips or do they use TSM? Like the I don't. That's where I get confused.
TSMC makes it. I believe the MediaTek.
So can Google go to MediaTek and say make us a chip? Or is it the same thing they're doing now? See, that's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure at some point we will.
I thought you were a chip maker.
I am. Yes. Doritos.
Cool. Or maybe you have potato chips.
Yeah. So anyway, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. I'm not saying it's a bad phone. It's our second and only other option in North America.
If you're a general consumer and you're a huge Google fan, this probably would meet every expectation you would want.
Absolutely.
And heftier phones don't always mean bad. I remember the first Fold. I loved the aspect ratio and I loved the heft.
Yeah.
And at that time, Samsung was kind of like stagnant with their foldables.
Yeah.
I have not put my hands on the Fold 7. I haven't. Yeah. But I've had the Edge twice now. I'm telling you, I think they, I don't know. I think it's amazing. For a thin device, it's still not, I don't think it's the trend. But I understand if you're making a foldable. But I don't know. I think an Apple foldable. Well, you heard about the rumors about Tim Cook, right? Stepping down.
Yeah, I heard about this.
So Tim Cook is a salesman, basically, and they want. He needs to retire probably anyways.
Bring back Johnny Ive. Pay Johnny
No, they got the one guy. I forget the guy who's stepping in is like a engineer.
Craig Federighi. So or is that the Google guy?
Who was prior to Tim Cook?
Jobs.
Say hello.
Sorry, I think there's someone else in between, but no, it was Jobs.
So what was Jobs? Was he an engineer?
I think initially, yes.
He created software, right?
Yeah.
So he knew the ins and outs, and Tim Cook is a complete opposite. So I think going back to engineer might be the play here. Apple's making tons of money, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're not innovative. They're kind of boring. Yeah. And I hate, and Google is too, and so is Samsung partially, you know? Yeah. That's why I like these Chinese.
Safe playing. That's what the problem is, I think, with North America.
What is it? What'd you say?
Safe playing. Like, it's easy for them to just do what they think consumers want and not really care about innovating. And
you got the economy in turmoil, too. You got tariffs and, hey, you don't do the right way, we're going to shut you down. I'm not saying it's the U.S.'s fault. It is. No. But... we got so much pressure that these companies can't risk the capital. But you can't tell me Samsung, Google, and Apple don't have $1 trillion that they can make some risks.
They could invest so much
Seriously,
money.
Apple made a thin phone. They literally took a Max and hampered it and said that's innovation.
I honestly think, can you imagine if they'd put a silicon carbon battery in the iPhone Air? Like just as a proof of concept? Like even a 4,000 milliamp silicon carbon.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
So Samsung releases new phones, what, January, February?
Yep.
And you and me both have a Samsung device that we're going to hang on to trade in. Yep. And I've been kind of bored with Samsung. They make amazing phones. They really do. The software has been great. It's just kind of like meh. So do you think the S26 Edge or even the S26 series will go to silicon carbon yet?
Nah.
They'd be dumb not to. That's the biggest innovation they could go to.
I think they make a lot of money buying. I think the companies that create their batteries make a lot of money because they own those companies. Remember?
Yeah, but those companies can make silicon carbon too, right?
Yeah, it's probably more expensive.
Well, yeah. Then there's that. Yeah, you're right. You got a point there.
Now,
when are we going to make our phone?
Honestly, you draw it up, we'll get it 3D printed. All right.
Who's going to do our photo processing?
Yeah. Now, can I want to talk to you about Pocket Scion. Do you remember Pocket Scion, Jason?
Pocket Scion? When you say Scion, I think of Toyota, that offshoot car brand.
So
Pocket Scion.
Now do you remember Pocket Scion?
Oh my God. No.
So you remember a couple of weeks ago.
It's just a plant thing.
Yes, it is.
Jesus.
And I want to give you an update on this because I think it's time that we have an update.
You bought one, didn't you?
No, I didn't buy one, but they released a video this week, which is the greatest video of all time. And I'm going to show you this in just a second. So for those of you who don't remember, a few weeks ago, we featured the Pocket Scion, which is a device that allows you to listen to the music and sounds that plants make. And I'm not making that up. I'll say that again.
He's not. Scion. I'm telling you guys, I'm just going to recap this real quick for those who are listening or aren't watching. So there's a company that's making a device that you can hook up to plants and listen to the sounds they make. And the video that they produced was a bunch of, I got to watch my wordage here. Wordage. My vocabulary. I don't want to be politically incorrect, but they're a bunch of hippies. Is that politically correct?
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, a bunch of hippies that are excited about, hey, we're going to listen to the daffodils and the dandelions.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So I'll be honest with you, like the Pocket Scion we had a great time talking about this a couple of
weeks.
Let me
guess, Darren, before you say it. They got $100 million in funding, didn't they?
Oh, I'm sure they did. I didn't even check, but I'm afraid to look.
Darren, how much did you give them? How much did you give them?
$149. You can get it right now.
Honestly, that's not a bad price.
What about pre-orders are accepted? I believe.
When's it going to ship?
It doesn't say. Not actually in stock yet. Additional info will be coming soon.
No. Here's my problem.
Look at this fucking device, please. Can we take a moment?
Okay.
Look at
for those listening and not watching, it looks like an iPod, but with no screen or buttons, a sundial, and some squiggly gold.
You know what it looks like? It looks like something that Doctor Strange would listen to music with.
You know what? That's their play. License to Marvel and let Doctor Strange plug into all his plants to get grounded with whatever. So
anyway, it's a fascinating product. Look at
if you watch this video, you know they're going to copyright us, right?
Probably 100%. But
not that we're making a lot of money anyways, but
it's too good not to share this. So this is one of the creators of Pocket Scion.
This is the main guy. This is the one that kept changing clothes and wearing high. Oh my God.
So this is him explaining how this thing works.
This is the Pocket Scion, a new device that allows you to incorporate biology into your art projects, your music projects, and your science projects. I'm Modern Biology. I make music with plants and mushrooms. And let's dive in. Over the next 20 minutes or so, I'll show you how this works.
Now, we're not going to do it 20 minutes.
So this is the front panel. Beautiful sort of mycelial petri dish.
It does
weirdness.
Like a MagSafe charger.
There's a touchpad here. I'll show you how this works in a second.
That's a touchpad?
And this is the back panel.
Okay,
this is the panel I end up looking at most of the time because it's got all the information on it.
Pause it. Okay, guys, let me tell you something right now. It looks like a MagSafe gold emblem charger on top. On the bottom, it has a touchpad. It looks like a bunch of squiggly gold lines. And the dude just turned it around, and it's got 3 AA batteries. Why is that so funny to me? Why is 3 AA batteries so funny to me?
Why isn't it a rechargeable USB-C device? Why does it need batteries? I don't know.
I'm not sure why this is so funny to me. Why is this so funny?
this is meant to be a thing that listens to plants. It's meant to be environmentally friendly device. And
Yeah,
here
I'm
it is
pretty
being
sure that
sold.
batteries aren't fine, but either are lithium batteries. Maybe a
Like-
potato. Maybe you should have had a potato battery.
Now, one of the things that we couldn't hear last time is what sound it makes, and I want you to listen because he actually.
Well, Ibani just said what we've been saying for a while.
So your batteries go in here, obviously. I think the most important part is how do you turn this on? It kind of looks like this is the button to turn it on, but actually, because this is built very simply,
can't even find the button.
and it's just two PCBs
no
glued
idea.
together, you turn the on switch here just on the bottom PCB. So you can
Hold
see
on.
as I turn it on
PCB?
again, I'll face the back panel
Okay.
up.
Yep.
You can
Pause
see
it
that
again.
as we turn it on, you
Yeah.
get
This is a prototype. He just said the bottom of the PCB. There's not even a cover on it.
No, it's
A
just
PCB. You can go. What's the PCB for you or whatever? There's a company
Yeah.
you can make custom PCBs, which is fantastic. Why are you talking about a PCB on a device that you're selling for $150?
honestly,
Darren,
again, this is but wait, please just listen to the music because I want you to hear the sound.
can you
of the
can you
plant.
skip to the part
Four
where I
flashing
want to hear the
lights.
music they're playing?
this cable have now. If I turn out of this, it's all you
Hold
have
on,
wonderful.
we're gonna listen.
And here, by touching the touchpad, basically my own body is connecting these two separate conductive strips, such that my own bioelectricity is helping to make this music.
Okay, I'm not even joking. This might be the greatest YouTube video ever made, and this goes on for another 40 minutes.
But Darren, he's one.
No,
with
sorry,
na-
30 minutes. I'm sorry.
He's
30
one with
minutes.
nature. Here, let me change my pitch here. Hold on.
He's one with nature. And
Can we just
it's-
hang on? Can we just listen to the music one more time? Because I think this is this is my favorite thing. Hang on a second.
Touching the touchpad, basically my own body is connecting these two separate conductive strips, such that my own bioelectricity is helping to make this music.
Okay, Darren.
Yeah.
Do you know what this is? He's just touching some metal things that make sounds. That's all he's doing.
exactly what
What
I
happened to the
thought.
plants? What happened to the plants?
So he is connected to a plant. A little bit later on, I'll just
Oh
kinda,
my god! No, I'm done. Can I be honest with people out here? If, like Ibani says, you're not doing mushrooms or doing something illegal, you probably should not buy this. And I don't want to be negative. If they sent me one, I would try it.
Oh, absolutely.
Mushroom free, of course.
Yes.
But the fact that he just said the side of the PCB, so this
Yeah.
means it's like a 3D printed device that has no sides.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't care what my dandelions are saying. I pull them out and kill them because they're weeds. My tree in the
Now-
front yard is fine. I don't need to hear what it's saying. I'm
Can I-
confused.
Do you want to hear the best part of this? And I'm
You
not
bought one?
making this.
They're
Oh,
giving you one. They're sending you one for review, aren't they?
No.
Darren,
wanna
hold on,
know-
hold on. If you reach out to them for review,
I will. Honestly, if I get
Listen.
one,
no, send it to me. I will
will.
review this for you, and I will
Yeah.
send you the article.
beautiful. Can I just point out the greatest thing ever about this product?
Mm-mm.
The guy who created it. Do you want to know what his name is?
I had to swallow first before you told me. What? What's his
Let me
name?
go back. I'm going to pull this guy up on screen. Hang on a second. Here he is again. So you want to know what the greatest thing about this is?
His face matches his name, doesn't it?
His face definitely matches his name.
Okay.
This guy's name, and I'm
It's
not
hold on.
making
Hold on.
this up.
It's Swedish, right?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope. His name, his changed name, is
Changed?
modern biology.
Hold on. He changed his legal name to Modern Biology.
Biology. Yeah.
Dude, this bull.
This,
I'm not buying
this is the
this.
greatest product of all time.
No, I
can't
disagree.
wait. Like I can't wait to get my hands on this product.
No. You know what the greatest product of all time is? Oh shit! It's the wrong button.
You almost switched out there, Days.
This
Oh.
is the greatest product of all time.
Oh, I saw these. Yes, the Microsoft Windows XP.
That's a
Crocs.
good segue, Darren.
It was
very
it
good.
was.
They-
Look at the grass
so-
there. It's a very-
Crocs. Do you own a pair of Crocs, Darren?
I do. I do.
I do not own. Have never worn Crocs, and I will be honest with you. I don't think they look comfortable.
No.
But my kids love them.
Yes.
But I almost want to buy these just for the, I don't know, the retro vibes. I wouldn't wear them. What do you think of this? With the Clippies, like the Clippy shoe charms with like the E and the Inner Explorer
I'll
and
be honest with
Clippy.
you, I would spend $100 on that Clippy charm for my Crocs just because it's fucking hilarious.
No, but
But
you have to buy them because they're green, like
that's
the
right.
wallpaper from the XP.
Yeah.
Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life?
$80 for a pair of Crocs? I know they're expensive. But
Well, to me, it's more like a collector's item.
it is 100%. Yeah.
So you're saying I shouldn't buy them?
I mean, if you're a big XP fan, I know Jason still runs XP on his computer. At home.
Yeah, because I don't care about security at all.
No, not at all.
I'm gonna look them up and see if they're still available.
You should absolutely. Can we just quickly segue into something that's a bit weird here? I'm going to show you a picture here, Jason. Now, we were talking about James Bond just before we came on the air, and I was watching Casino Royale, probably the greatest James Bond film in the modern era. Now, Jason, I'm going to show you a picture, and I want you to tell me what is wrong with this picture. Now, what you're about to see, Jason, is a series of film covers of different James Bonds throughout history.
Okay.
What's wrong with this picture? Something's off. I know you can tell something's off. What's off?
I'm not familiar with the older ones, so I don't know.
So
something's not right.
Amazon, who you know, now has the rights to James Bond.
They do they?
Yes, is re-releasing all of the films on Amazon Prime. And this week they released a couple of like images of like the updated covers of these different films, and they've edited out all of the guns. So if you have a look at these pictures again, Sean Connery is holding a gun, it's gone. Pierce Brosnan also holding a gun, but it's been edited out. All of the covers of the Bond films are having their guns edited out of the covers that are going to be featured on Amazon Prime. I guess to make it more accessible to other crowds and not promote gun violence. I'm assuming that's the reason.
Yeah. Well, God, the one that says "I View to Kill" looks like Mr. Rogers. It looks like Mr. Rogers.
Well, that is Roger Moore. So like that kind of makes sense. His name actually is.
No, well, I know. I'm just saying like his look.
Yeah. So they've been replaced.
Is this the world we live in?
Yeah, this is what's happened. And they've awkwardly edited them out. They look fucking ridiculous. Like look at Sean Connery and Pierce Brosnan. They both look like they should be holding a gun there. Like their hand
What
is
is golden? What is Pierce Brosnan even doing?
He's just like, it looks like he's posing. He looks like what was that show he used to be in before he was James Bond?
Oh God.
Oh, I can't remember what it was, where he played like, I don't know, a doctor or something. But anyway, they look ridiculous. And Amazon has obviously received a lot of flack for this because why? Why would you do this, right? It looks
I mean, does it really matter? I mean, if the movies are the same.
I know. But I mean, look, like, why do it? Like Amazon, these movies have been out for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Like, is there really any need for you to edit out the guns from these images? Come on, Amazon. Do better. You can do better than that.
Yeah. Can they?
They can. Well, we won't go into this. I was going to talk about this, but the latest Echo devices, people are also upset because on these giant screens that these Echo devices have, they're showing enormous ads. I don't know if you heard about this, Jason.
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah. I've heard about it. That's what they do.
So I'll just quickly pull it up on screen.
It's nothing new.
Like people are losing their shit because they've got these massive Alexa displays that are becoming like a sales rep. And there's a great, like you'd see here up on the image here for those of you watching live, it takes up the whole screen. So people are a little bit upset with Amazon right now for two reasons, ruining James Bond forever and apparently ruining their Echo displays. Now, Jason, I know we're running short of time, so I want to kind of jump ahead here to one last story. So you're a big fan of smartwatches.
I really want the Pixel Watch 4. It's what I really want, but I've
How
canceled
about
my
a
order.
how about a nice Tag Heuer smartwatch?
Did they just do something today?
They did. So this story came out a couple of days ago, was when it was released, but they've just come out and have paired up with New Balance to make the connected Caliber E5.
Not
this-
using Wear OS this time.
Exactly. Now, this is a $2,000 smartwatch. I'll say that again for those of you who are listening at home.
That's it?
$2,000. A luxury smartwatch is how they're describing it. The problem is, like, I know Tag Heuer is a big name. Grade 2 titanium, a New
Okay.
Balance inspired strap, which just does not look premium on this particular smartwatch.
Not for $2,000, it doesn't.
Dual band GPS, a battery that lasts a day and a half. Yeah, a day and a half. But fast charging, 90 minutes to charge it to 100%, which is not really, fast charging. It does come with a Snapdragon chip, an AMOLED display, heart rate monitor, blood oxygen saturation monitor, sleep tracker, all the sensors. But it runs an untested and brand new OS. Now, this is what Jason was talking about here. With some New Balance training plans preloaded. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a lot of money. Should we watch the ad or is it not worth it?
I mean, if this was an affordable watch, cool.
Like-
New OS. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I don't
what's
know.
it based on? Like, we have no information about this Caliber. What's it fucking called? The Caliber E5 or something? Let's see if we can get some information here. What's going on with this thing. Let's see if I can get some information from their website. Hang on a second. Jason, entertain our audience while we are.
Entertain. Well, so interestingly enough, Tag Heuer, however you say it,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
very
Heuer.
premium. They're a very premium brand. And I think last year they released a Wear OS version, right?
Yes, correct.
And I don't think if Tag is saying like, look, we have a premium segment of smartwatches, Wear OS is not premium enough. Is that what they're saying?
That's basically that are not good enough for a premium smartphone, basically. is
But
what they're
their
saying.
untested OS is better.
Okay, hang on. Let me rephrase.
Here we go.
It is based on Android. So I don't know what that means, but it is an Android-based Tag Heuer OS that it's a proprietary one they created themselves. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that exactly is
know what that
supposed
means
to
either.
do.
I mean,
Now, Sapphire Crystal.
Can I ask you a question? Are you going to
Yeah.
pay $2,000 and go running in the
Absolutely.
rain with a watch that you could? Again,
Absolutely
we're
not, no.
common people. I think if you have the money, and this is, some people who have too much money don't really care. Does that make sense?
I mean, is it gonna be better than the Apple Watch Ultra? Definitely not. I could not see that. It might look nicer. I mean, shit. Like some of these Tag Heuer watches are beautiful, but $2,000, man. I don't know. Is it worth it for that money? Like, okay, so here's a better image.
It
of
looks
Let me show you.
terrible for that price. I'm sorry.
Like that one there with the metal band doesn't look terrible. Like that one looks okay. But again, like, is this what the world has come to? We're buying $2,000 smartwatches and
Yes.
hoping they look decent.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, I know we were talking about Samsung here. And you know how like Samsung likes to copycat Apple and Apple loves to copycat Samsung?
Yeah.
I'm going to coin a new term. I'm going to remember this is Tech Disruptors said it first. So Apple just released their iPhone 17 Pro Max and it came in that, what's the orange color? What do they call that orange color?
Oh my
Fucking
God. They're saying the S26
Fanta
is
orange?
going to, yeah, the S26 is supposed to come.
So,
in
okay.
this.
The Samsung S26 Ultra is apparently going to be mimicking that orange color. And I'm going to call it right now. Can we start calling it dumb fuck orange? Because I would like that to be the term. Dumb fuck orange is the color that the Samsung is allegedly going to be copying from Apple. They call it cosmic orange. I think dumb fuck orange is a better term. And the reason for that is because, and I'm going to be honest with you, orange is a dumb color for a phone. It is. It's stupid.
What about
You
green?
look like... No, green is terrible too. Jade is the worst color. But orange looks like you spilt Fanta on your smartphone and it's stained. That's what it looks like. It's a terrible color. Please start deleting this color from all smartphone designs. Everybody that's listening right now. So Samsung's going to be copying Apple with dumb fuck orange on the S26 Ultra. It is a bad
So
idea.
Google and Apple both make bad colors.
Yes.
So
Yes,
would you
they
rather
do.
had the moon or sorry, for
Shade?
Apple, would you rather had the blue?
Yeah. Well, originally that's what I pre-ordered, and then I canceled. I had the blue pre-ordered, but apparently silver is the one to buy this year. From what I
You
hear.
canceled an iPhone order?
I did. Yes, I had
What's
the
wrong
Air
with you?
instead. I went with the Air, and then I realized I'm a dumbass. And that went back like a couple of days.
I will be
later.
honest. I've had thin phones. They're cool, but they're not the future. I don't think.
No.
Color wise, I'm okay with vivid colors. Like my wife's got the 10,
Don't say orange.
and she's got the blue. She's got the blue, and I thought she wouldn't like it because it's blue, but she actually likes it.
Okay.
You can't see my Pixel. It's in a thin
Yours
born
is a
case,
jade.
but I got the beautiful, the most beautiful color jade, and then obviously you got the. Look
Yes.
how reflective that is.
That's pretty nice. I like that.
I mean, come
Yeah.
on. But anyway,
It looks like liquid metal. Liquid metal.
oh, remember that
Terminator.
video you showed?
Oh yeah, that one was good. Now, anyway, the S26 Ultra allegedly going to come in this orange
Yes.
color. We could also call it Trump orange because he does a lot of like spray tan.
So that's where his face looks like.
Yeah, so that's
Can we
but
get one
anyway,
more thing before we go? I know we're running out of
Go
time,
ahead. Yeah,
but
no,
I
go ahead.
wanted to share this because if those of you who are still sticking around, there is something. So I have a Quest 3.
Yes.
And I love when I use it, I love it. And it gets better and better. And Meta is awesome with their updates.
Yes.
But, Google's been working on this too. So in the
Yes,
next
I
few
heard about
weeks, we're supposed to have the Samsung Muhan.
Yes, the Muhan.
I don't know. Are you
love it.
pumped for this? Here's my problem. I'm not a big enough YouTuber, or I can't get this stuff for free. I don't.
You
have
could ask
any-
your subscribers to send it to you.
I could,
send you
but they would
money.
be like, "F you, we're not giving you money."
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a Patreon or something. No, I
you
just
should.
I'm excited for this, but the Quest is so good. I don't know. Google has been out since Google Cardboard, and they had
Yeah.
a stranglehold on it for a while too. And even Samsung did it with Quest in the putting the smartphone in the glasses. It was amazing.
Can I tell you a theory that I have?
Uh-oh.
So there's an Apple event happening on what day?
This
Somewhere
week,
around-
right? Or this
This
coming
week.
week? Yes.
I'm willing to bet Apple releases a new Vision Pro
Nope. No.
just to beat them to the market.
Here's the problem. The Vision Pro is
Sucks.
terrible. And I think that they are not where Tim Cook wants them to be.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
think they want more of a what's the word? I don't think they want VR.
No,
I think they want more like a Meta display,
Yeah.
but with more AR built in. So I think this right here, we're looking at here with this Project Muhan, is more of a VR headset
yes,
with
it's a different
Gemini.
product category. Yeah,
And
I agree.
I don't know if this is the play because while the Quest is amazing, I don't know how well it does. I don't know.
I
they have
haven't
the-
touched mine since I opened it 3-4 months ago. It's
Here's
behind my
here's what I found out about the Quest 3. My kids love it. My youngest daughter plays it all the time. Gorilla
Yeah.
Tag, Beat Saber.
Yeah.
I saw something recently. There's a guy called Wolf in VR. Okay.
Yes.
He plays VR games and posts them on YouTube all the time. And that's where I get a lot of my stuff. But I saw an article where with the Quest, it's got the color vision
Yep.
cameras. There's like an app you can download where you can map your entire house and
Yes.
turn your entire house into a haunted house.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to try that. That's cool to me. Like that's innovative. The AR part of it, like with the Quest 3, the first AR game was like you're in your room and like aliens are busting. It was really cool. And then they have this. I had the game called Small Worlds where you can build worlds on your wall.
Yep.
Like
I
that's
also
what's
remember
cool to
that.
me. VR is awesome, but I think the AR edition
Yeah.
And that's where I think Project Muhan, I don't know, but I don't know much about it. And you know how Google innovates then abandons. So I don't
Yes.
know how this is something. It's basically an OS.
It could be cool.
Yeah.
But I think time will tell.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think Apple's going for a more immersive, like Ray-Ban experience versus a VR.
But this has
headset.
4K micro OLED, 4,000 pixels per inch on this Project Muhan.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty. That's Apple Vision Pro level.
Jason's
whole-
buying it just for porn. That's his.
Well, I mean, yes, but it has to be. I gotta get the vibrating suit.
haptic suit. Yeah, that's right. I knew you were
Sorry, not the vibrating.
That's a whole other thing. Yeah.
But I mean, it's something that I think that I don't know. I'm a big tech guy, so are you. There's just so much coming out.
I
and
just
I don't-
downloaded the Meta app to see if I can still use my Meta headset 'cause I haven't touched it in like 3 months.
Well,
I don't
now
know
that
if
we're talking and I don't have to work tomorrow, I may
There you
actually
go.
pull the VR headset out and do this haunted house thing. My kids will be sleeping, like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm just mapping the house for
So I know with the Batman game that I had that came with mine,
Arcanum."
yeah, that
Yeah,
also maps the space. So you can do like full immersion where you're like in it, or you can do like that kind of like it's in your house kind of thing. So-
Right. So it's got the VR, but it's got the AR
Yeah.
version where, and I'll tell you, the Quest 3 for $400, whatever it was,
It's a good deal, man. It really is.
and the 3S is great too. The Vision Pro was just it was an amazing piece of device. I mean,
Yeah.
but I rather spend a tenth of the price to get
Yeah.
the games. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not,
100%.
and you and me aren't invested in the Apple ecosystem. I usually always have an iPhone. This
Yeah.
year, I took the 17 Pro, and I was like, "This is a piece of shit." Like,
Yeah, not for you.
there is nothing the 16 Pro Max couldn't do that the 17 could. So
Yeah.
I sent it back. I'm done.
Yeah.
This year's iPhone, there's a new design, but
It's not for us.
yeah, not for us.
Well, listen, Techtober continues.
Yes.
I'm sure in the next coming weeks we're going to have a lot to talk about, especially leading up to Christmas time. But we will be here bringing you all the latest and greatest news every Sunday around about 4 o'clock. Today we had a slightly delay because of Canadian Thanksgiving, also known as, what do you call Columbus Day for you guys?
It's Columbus Day on Monday. Yep.
But we're usually here 4 p.m. Eastern, so check us out, like and subscribe. And if you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Good Pods, or anywhere else, hit that like button. Join us and catch us after the fact. But on that note,
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok,
Yes,
X,
thank you.
all the socials. We put some shorts
Yes,
out there
young
when we
people,
can.
TikTok, we're even
Young
on that.
people.
All right.
As long as you can hear me, I will put the shorts out.
There we go. So I'm Darren, and this guy here is,
Jason.
and we will catch you on the